episode number 247. Merry Christmas, Camaro. You're faster than the Stingray. Welcome to the Camaro Show,
a podcast about all things Camaro and GM performance news.
I'm Chris Frezza.
And I'm Jason Debler.
We're your hosts for this week's episode of the Camaro Show. Want to be part of our show? It's easy.
Just leave a message on our voicemail hotline at 586-486-3182.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And welcome back, everyone, for another exciting episode of the Camaro Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Jason.
How's it going, man?
It's our Holiday Glee episode.
Holiday Glee!
Yeah.
Dating back, like, what, 16 years now? No,
something
15,
like that.
15 years. Holy
15 years of stupidity.
Wow.
I mean, 15 years of Holiday Glee. I don't know how we started talking about that. We just said that you don't use the word glee except when it comes to holidays and also that TV show, I guess. But
yeah, that was before the TV. That was even before that TV show.
So here we are, friends. If you've been listening to us
for the last 15 years,
from the very beginning, right? From the original early days of the Camaro Z28.com podcast, it's another episode of the Christmas Holiday Glee.
Yes. And
if you're a longtime listener, you know what happens at the end.
Exactly. Actually, so let's start off the show by saying Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's right.
By the time you hear this show, it'll just be a few days until Christmas. So hope you finished all your shopping and are ready to go. Ready to go. How long does Amazon deliver packages? Do they deliver packages until the 24th?
They do, but I think I heard something on the news today about when you need to place your order, and if you want to have it arrived by Christmas. Let's see here.
With Prime
deadlines. Okay, what's the deadlines here? Thursday, December 19th. So too late.
Because they're just slammed. So if you're trying to get car parts now, forget about it.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
Yeah.
It's not about getting in stuff. It's just enjoying what you've got.
Yeah. People keep asking me, what do you want for Christmas? You know what I want for Christmas? Nothing. I want peace and quiet. That's all I want. That's it.
Yep.
I want to kick up my feet. That's it.
I want the Kardashians to die.
Oh, boy. You've been saying that for years.
I just pulled that out of my head. I'm the same way, though. I'm to the point in my life where I'm thankful to where I can say I don't need anything right now.
Yeah. I don't want anything.
I used to, we used to go to Sam's Club and I want that, I need that, I gotta have that, and the next thing you know, you're broke.
Speaking of Sam's Club, I saw something there that I really want.
Please don't tell me.
It's the Mortal Kombat stand-up arcade game. It's like $3.99 or something like that.
Save your money, dude. Save your money. I'll tell you after the show why you should save your money.
Okay, because I played it, dude, and it was just like playing the original Mortal Kombat. Oh, it was awesome. I was like, I want this. It's too expensive, though.
Yeah, well, save your money. I'll tell you why later on. I already bought myself a Christmas present. I bought headers for my Corvette.
Ooh, big pipes save lives.
Big old 1 7/8 pipes for my LS7.
You're just going to run them wide open?
No. I got them with cats this time.
Oh.
And I'm going to keep the factory exhaust for now because the factory C6 Z06 exhaust is good for like 900 horsepower or something. So I'm not going to touch that. But no, when I was at SEMA last month, sat down with the American Racing Headers guys and talked to them. And they, the way that I see it, if it's good enough for the Copo Camaro, it's good enough for my car too.
There you go.
Because everybody's like Cooks or American Racing. They're both great, but American Racing, it just seemed great, and they showed up, and they look great. I'm going to send them off to Jet Hot to get them coated.
Oh, good old Jet Hot.
Mm-hmm. That's right. When we've done a lot of stuff with Jet Hot in the past, I ran into them at PRI, talked to them a little bit. I'm thinking about actually getting them coated black instead of silver.
Nice. That would look good.
Yeah. So that's what I got. I got myself for Christmas. Otherwise, I'm very fortunate and happy to be where I'm at in life.
Very cool. Yeah.
I need nothing more, and that is true peace. When you say, I've got everything I need, and nothing that I don't.
Exactly. Feel the same way.
And I hope everybody else can get to a point in their life if they're not already. And I hope everybody is, but if you're not, I hope you can get there, because it's very liberating just to be able to say, when I wake up on Christmas, I just want to wake up and all right, a day off.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So what do we got to talk about this week?
Well, I guess if you currently own a Camaro ZL1 1LE, you've already got your Christmas present.
Yes, you do.
There's an exclusive article released by our friends at musclecarsandtrucks.com.
And we're talking exclusive because I don't know how, but they got the ring times of the C8 Stingray when nobody else has it.
If you see this anywhere else other than musclecarsandtrucks.com, that means they stole it from musclecarsandtrucks.com. Here's the numbers. The Nürburgring time revealed for the C8 Stingray, 7:28:30.
And how good is that?
Well, that's really good. It's really good. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. All right. However, the C6 Corvette ZR1 managed 7:19:63, a difference of give it 9 seconds and change. And then with a C7 Z06, actually a German automobile magazine called Sport Auto did the C7. Okay, so again, the C6 ZR1 7:19,
okay.
C7 Z06 7:13. However, the Camaro ZL1 1LE right in the middle at 7:16. So let's bring it back home.
Right?
Camaro ZL1 1LE 7:16, C8 Stingray 7:28.
Dang. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the name of this podcast is Merry Christmas, Camaro. You're faster than the Stingray.
Now, in the defense of the Corvette, we are talking about the base Corvette as
Stingray.
It sits today, right?
As versus at, what, the 59,995?
Yeah.
I mean, still, look at that car. It looks like a freaking supercar.
It is. It is a supercar. I mean, They even said the C6 Z06, what I have in my garage, is a factory supercar.
Yeah.
Cheap supercar. And also the ZL1 1LE is the highest performing level Camaro you can buy.
Right. And
so you're talking the top versus the bottom, but still, that's a big... Guess what?
What?
It's been gaptized.
Oh, my God.
It was taken to Gapplebee's.
Shout out Brian Meissen, if you're listening.
It went to the Apple Gap Store. And I'm sure there's a million more we can come up with. Yeah. But the way that I see it, good for the Corvette, even better for the Camaro. That's really cool.
They're in good company, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cut from the same cloth, right?
Yeah. Do we know what the C7 ZR1 did at the Nürburgring, though?
The C7?
Well, because the C7 Z06 was mentioned. The C6 ZR1, but what about the C7 ZR1?
C7 ZR1 ring times. Let's
let's find out what that is.
Let me look this up. 7:10.
Okay, so it just beat the crap out of all of them.
It showed up right in the Google. The Google immediately, I've put C7 ZR1 ring times, it says 7:10.
But that's also a $120,000 car, twice as much as that C8 Stingray.
Yeah.
And the ZL1, let's be honest, that's what, clocking in at close to 80?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking 20 grand more.
In the 70s, yeah.
Overall, they're all impressive.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a big deal? Do you think it's nothing? Do you think it depends on the driver, which we always say it does?
I mean, Chevrolet's been using ring times now for probably, I know since the 5th gen Camaro. That's when I really started seeing ring times, their advertising. So at least for the last 10 years. So I think it's bragging.
Well, actually, I can brag because let's see if I got this right. I don't think this is right. I was going to say the C6 Z06 is still 22. Oh, it is. My Z06 is faster than the C8. Actually, the Z06 is still holding its own, man.
Still holding its own.
722. Just a couple seconds behind that ZR1 because it's so damn light. You know,
well,
I love that car.
Like you said, what do you guys think about this? Is it a big deal? Is it just marketing? Is it? I mean, do you want to purchase a car that you know has been proven in Deutschland
to be inferior to a Camaro?
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see. Bench racing is always fun.
Yeah. I just added something to the list to talk about right before we go to the email. Did you see that?
We didn't forget about this. So apparently, a truck delivering cars decided that it would try to do a burnout leaving cars and coffee because it was hauling some GT500s and it crashed.
So a truck.
This is actually sad.
This is sad. This happened right here in Detroit on I-75.
And Gratiot, I-75 and Gratiot.
Yeah, you know that exit very well.
Yeah, I drove it many times. This isn't, nobody got hurt, which is good.
Nobody got hurt except these Mustangs.
Yeah. Oh,
and they crashed. The truck carrying them somehow flipped, and the cars were still attached to the trailer when it was on the ground. All I can say is, sometimes they just try and get out of their own way.
Trying to show off, leaving the cars and coffee.
I don't know. Obviously, we're going to make light of this because, obviously, anytime you see a Mustang, it seems to be careening into a crowd of people holding coffee cups but yeah, it was funny. Andrew Beisemeyer actually commented on this and said that
Beisemeyer.
Yeah, Beisemeyer. What? Sorry.
Mike Ryder.
He said that at least the guy looks like he strapped them down properly. He says, but something went terribly wrong for them to flip that.
Something has gone awry. Yeah. You never know, though. On that exit, I know that exit, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody decided to cut across all the lanes as soon as they got onto the highway from that exit, because that's how they roll in Detroit, yo.
Or some person ran out in front of traffic to get through. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That happens, too.
How they stand in the middle lane.
I mean, it's easy to say, yeah, what the driver of the truck driver hauling the cars do, but it may not have been that at all.
Yeah.
Boy, you can see from the video how crappy the roads are in Detroit. Like, you can see it. It's right there. You can see the chuck holes there. There's your answer. Hit a chuck hole and just hurled himself on its side because it was
potholes.
Potholes, man.
Potholes. Yep.
But they're getting better, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
They are.
They are. Yep.
Oh wow, that's great.
They're actually fixing the roads, so it's just going to take a while.
It's always taking a while.
Around here,
yeah.
It's just for the last 3 years they've been doing nothing but repairing roads from March until November. So it's been, it's hard traffic to get around, but we need it. And almost all of Shaner's done, and now, and all of Hayes, and all 19, and all of our major roads are finally drivable.
That's good to hear, because it was getting pretty bad when I left 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years ago next week that I moved from Detroit to Nashville. And it was pretty crappy then, and I know it's only gotten a lot worse. And my argument is that the state would go for the lowest bidder that would say, we'll do it cheap. And then the lowest bidder will go, okay, we're doing it cheap. That means that we can start here and end here. And by the time we end here, we can start over at the beginning all over because we're going to do a crap job.
Yeah.
Job security. Work for life.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but that's my griping. I'm 500 miles away. What do I care? I'm such a selfish bastard. Merry Christmas. All right, we got how many? We got one email that I know, and it's a good one too. I'm really glad that this one came in. And then how many emails we got? Or voicemails?
We have one voicemail too. Yep.
Oh, just one?
Yep.
All right. Well, listen. Let me do the email here because I've been looking forward to doing this. This comes in from New York.
New York.
Our friend Anthony. Listens to the show on iTunes.
How you doing, Anthony?
He says, "Great show, guys. Keep up the great work. I bought my first Camaro this past year, 13 SS, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
I found one 100% stock and I immediately started modding the crap out of it for
Yeah.
high performance.
Yeah.
It's a beast now. Since my car is 6 to 7 years old now, oh, God, that's weird. I'm going back over the old forums, etc., trying to find as much info as I can. I listen to all your old show episodes on iTunes as far back as they go.
Oh my God.
If you guys can address us new owners and fans once in a while, maybe repeat some info that seems obvious for those of us that are new and are looking for any info and resources on this great car. Like, here's a dumb question. When you say you're posting info to the show notes, where do we find that? Thanks. This is just a great email, Anthony, and congratulations on your 13SS.
Absolutely.
Glad you love it.
Absolutely. Wow. We can get back as far as we want and go over, like, I know some people, I think we had one not too long ago, were asking us some certain acronyms, like what does COPO stand for, or what is, what's the sticker that's on the car, what was that called, it's a pre-production car and they put the sticker
capture captured CTF.
Yeah, CTF. Yep, we've said that many times. But yeah, we would love to.
What is CAGS and how do I get rid of it?
Oh God, you want to go back that far?
Oh man, those were the days.
What's the best cold air induction?
I still have the old 4th gen F body FAQ HTML file somewhere.
My God. Wow, that's
Let's
amazing.
see here.
So Anthony, where are the show notes? You can find the show notes. So basically, the show notes are like we do, like a synopsis of every episode. Mm-hmm. And if you go to our website, CamaroShow.com, and you see each episode, underneath it, we'll give you the show notes. You can also see the show notes in iTunes if you're looking at the description in iTunes. Same with Stitcher and TuneIn and Spotify and iHeartRadio and all of them. It's in the description of the episode is the show notes.
Yep. So, like, for example, I'm looking at the last week's episode, 246, Camaro discounts in December. Just scroll on down, and it's kind of gives it, like you said, it's a synopsis of what the episode is about. So you know what to expect when you listen to it.
Yeah. So, like, we're talking about the article from Muscle Cars and Trucks. Sorry. The link for the article will be in the show notes, so you can click on it and read it yourself too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like a supplement to the show.
Yep. So,
I'll tell you what, Anthony, what I'd love for you to do is for you to call into our voicemail hotline and ask us anytime what you want to know. New owners, there's a new Camaro owner every day, and we hope they find our show, and we hope we find it informative. So if you want to know something, or you have a suggestion that, hey, new Camaro owners may want to know what I need to know now, help us all out, please call in, let us know, and we'll be happy to help out.
and here's how.
Hey, want to be part of this show?
Well, we want to hear from you.
Just hit our digits at 586-486-3182, 24 hours a day.
Leave us a message, and we'll feature it in an upcoming show.
So what are you waiting for? Do it now.
All right, let's see. We've got a voicemail. So let me kick it off.
All right.
Hey, Chris and Jason, this is Charlie 111111111. Just wanted to call to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a safe one, relaxing vacation. Hope you get what you want. And just in case you guys have some last minute gifts, I work very well in a size 2015 Z28, preferably in Victor Red, but black's okay because it's very slimming. Cheers my Imperial Russian Stout to you, and so you guys have a good one. Bye.
Cheers, Charlie 1111111111, and your slimming Z28.
I'm a little annoyed that our longtime listeners haven't called in to wish us happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that junk.
Yeah, Charlie did.
Wow.
Wow, gesundheit. Wow.
Wow. Oh, that made my elbows hurt.
Dang.
Woo. I hope I'm not getting sick. I hope my coworkers didn't get me sick. Oh, wait. I work from home. That's the perks. Charlie, always good to hear from you, buddy, and always good to see you when you make it to Bowling Green with your lovely girlfriend, fiance, friend, girl.
Yes.
And, of course, we do some beer trading. In fact, right now I'm enjoying my very last M43 from Michigan that my friends Steve and Mike from Full Throttle Speed brought me when I met with them at PRI.
Nice.
I've been drinking the crap out of that because, you know, you got to drink it now.
Yeah.
Drink it fresh, man. What, Chris, what was the thing? The closet is where old beers go to die or something, or good beers go to die, or IPAs go to die, or something like that.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good beer.
I love M43. It's probably my favorite beer, period.
They just came out with a new one called B43, which is a brute IPA, which is so it's kind of like it's just like
dry.
M43. Yeah.
Yeah. Brut.
And
What'd you say?
nothing. So what else we got going on here?
You know, I had an article talking about monthly sales and all that. I don't know if I don't even want to talk about it.
No.
Well, I mean, there's an article on Haggerty. I talk about Haggerty a lot. I really like their articles because they're pretty high quality. And there's always been the question about when automakers went from reporting their sales figures, which we report on every time they come out, they went from monthly to quarterly, and we even thought right away when that happened, are they doing it to hide bad news? And the way that I looked at it then was, well, it's almost like you can't gauge how well you're doing with losing weight by stepping on the scale every day and looking at the number and going, oh my God, I'm not doing any good. It has to be a long-term type of analysis. And that's really what Haggerty's article kind of backed up from what I got on that.
And we've touched on this for the last couple of years. When GM went to quarterly reportings, and then I think Ford then went to quarterly reporting for sales figures. And then now I don't know if FCA is doing the same thing. I really don't pay attention to them.
No, yeah, actually, yes. Here's the summer, the last of the domestic automakers pulled the figurative plug on the machine, with Ford and FCA joining GM and Tesla in declaring that they will only supply sales figures every quarter. GM started this boulder rolling in April 2018, just like we talked about, when Kurt McNeil, the company's vice president for sales operations, said that 30 days is not enough time to separate real sales trends from short-term fluctuations in a very dynamic and highly competitive market. Investors and the media, us, cried foul, saying the company is dimming the lights on transparency so it's easier to hide bad news. Once upon a more optimistic time, the automakers reported sales figures every 10 days.
Really?
That's what they say, yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
But this is just it's a short article. It's a neat article. I could almost read the whole thing. The halfway mark in 2019, this past June, the numbers sure enough painted a picture of high drama if you take the time to study them. For example, if you're wondering why Ford is largely abandoning the car business, consider that for the first 6 months of 2019, the combined sales of 7 Ford models of passenger cars in current production or as existing inventory being sold down did not add up to even half of what the Ford F-Series pickup alone in the same period, during the 5 trucks for every car it moved.
Well, it just goes to show you they sell a lot of trucks.
Yeah, but you can't see that on a monthly basis. You're going to see that trend on a quarterly basis just because it's not like a speedometer. When you press the gas, you see the speed go up. You press the gas, and it takes a long time to see the results of that. So it's a neat article. Check out Haggerty. They don't sponsor the show yet. I've been working on that. But I still promote them just because they have great articles. Like this. Yep.
And lastly,
ladies
and gentlemen, we have a PSA for all you Challenger owners.
Yeah.
See, take your freaking guards off.
Why?
Because they look stupid.
They do?
Oh my God, they look like you got bananas tied to the front of your car. You know what? And I blame the dealers. I say shame on you, dealers, because you are supposed to be taking those things off upon delivery.
You are not prepping the vehicle delivery
properly.
correctly.
Yeah. This is not an
I know
accessory.
that.
This is not an accessory.
This is not a fashion statement.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
So stop it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think FCA has told the dealers now, stop it. And didn't they announce they're going to be changing the color of them because of this too to like purple?
Oh, just for grins. Dude.
Oh God, what?
Dude, I went to eBay.
Oh no, are they selling them on eBay?
Oh yeah. Here's the deal. You know how much they get out of these things?
How much?
$80 a pair. Oh, even more is the buy. Now, somebody even makes one that's full width, not just the corners, full width.
God.
All you have to do is go to eBay and type Challenger splitter guards. You know, that's what they're asking. Let's see what they sold for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
selling for that much?
Shit, man. One went for $320.
Oh, God.
It's
Help
almost
us
like,
all.
here, looks stupid for money. I mean, I'm putting a ZR1 style splitter on my C6 Z06. And you know what? I bought this little extra kit, like an installation kit. And what does it include? Some little edge trim to go around the front to protect it. And it's guess what? It's black, like the rest of the splitter. Ta-da! Do that. No need to parade around going, I'm a douche. They actually make black ones too.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is your PSA for the episode.
No, all joking aside, it's not my business what you do with your car. If you want to look stupid, go right ahead. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things that just doesn't make sense, like Gangnam Style.
You know what else makes your car look stupid?
Oh God, here we go. Postal Dave and sex wifey. How about putting a freaking set of antlers and a red nose on your stupid truck? You're not fooling me. I know it's not a reindeer. I know it's a truck.
Where are the Christmas lights? Well, you got to put Christmas lights too. If you're going to put antlers in a nose, you got to have Christmas lights too.
You know, why don't you just bolt a Christmas tree right to the roof of that truck? Like I'm talking like screw some lag bolts in there, just with an impact wrench and just make it happen.
Lag bolts. Yep.
You know what I should do? I should just go and start just buying up all of these splitter guards, and then I'll have a monopoly on them.
And then you can sell them for like 4 times the price. You want to look stupid? Huh? You're going to have to pay for it.
Oh man, somebody sold some that were just beat to crap. Maybe that's the new thing to do. Make them look like they got beat up.
Yeah, there you go.
So, oh, all joking aside, do what you want to your cars.
Yeah.
But
So
we should talk about some of the worst cars we saw though. Like remember that one time at Milan, way back in the day, with the kid that had the white Camaro with
oh God,
all
yeah.
of the chrome trim.
You have pictures of that.
Do they're super low res. They were the highest res you could get at the time, but
It was like 640 by
Yeah, it
480
was,
or something.
oh yeah, well that's the size of my monitor at the same time, so
Yeah.
it filled the screen. Yeah, this one kid, he it was a white Z28,
Yeah.
and again, I'll start by saying anybody can do with their car what they want. It's not my business really, but I'm still going to be a critic of it. He had some giant. This is before vinyl graphics were a big deal. He had some custom chrome dice put on the hood of his car, and then in quotes in the lower underneath the belt line of the side of the door, in huge letters in quotes, "Roll on,"
Yep.
like the deodorant.
Yep.
And
else?
then
Come
he
on,
had
come
chrome
on.
lettering put on the gas cap, the gas tank door that said nitromethane only.
Yep.
You know, I had my first Camaro then, and I was pretty proud of it. He had his first Camaro then. He was pretty proud of it. Really, who am I to judge? But at the same time, it was like, dude, wow, that's really out there.
Sure is.
You know, you might as well just put, yellow guards on the front of your car. Okay, we got any Challenger guys here? Why do you guys keep doing that? I want to know.
Yes. Why?
Yes, why?
Are you ready to end the show?
Yep. Listen, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, however you like to receive it. I'm giving it best wishes to you all.
Happy Hanukkah. And guys, if you're going to go out for a drink, use Uber. use Lyft.
Yep. On behalf,
may cost you a little bit, but you're going to be safe. You're going to get home, and everybody else on the road is going to get home too.
Yep. I mean, what is jail time worth to you?
Exactly.
You know, not to mention that's where it starts. It could get worse. So, on behalf of all of the men and women of General Motors, buckle your safety belts and do not drink and drive. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And we will see you guys for the New Year's Eve show next year.
Yep. We're going to do a year in review, right?
Yeah, we always do the year in review. Yep.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So, but because the Christmas is going to happen before our next episode, Chris, you know what that means, buddy.
For listening to The Camaro Show.
Don't forget, drop us a voicemail at 586-486-3182.
We'll see you next week. See ya.